I made $489,000 in a single year flipping used clothes. And I don't mean thrifting one-off shirts or reselling sneakers on eBay. I'm talking about truckloads, like 43,000 pounds at a time. The craziest part is, I only started because my girlfriend was pregnant and I was broke. I'm going to show you exactly how I turned that into a six-figure business. But first, let me tell you about the wrong way I tried this business and why it nearly left me with nothing. So I grew up around textile recycling. My family were sorters. They'd buy bales of clothes from other recyclers, they'd grade them, and then supply the local market. So when I decided to start my own business, I thought I'll just collect donations myself. Big mistake, because that meant I got to pay for the bins, I paid for the trucks, I paid for the labor, I paid for the rent, and at the end of the month, I was still broke. Listen, if you've ever felt like you're working harder than ever, but still falling behind, that was me. And then, right when things felt impossible, one life event forced me to completely rethink my entire approach. My girlfriend got pregnant, and I had a daughter on the way. Suddenly, it wasn't about me anymore. I needed something predictable, something reliable, and I needed it fast. Listen, I was willing to do anything for my family, no matter how difficult it was. So my only goal was to make $100,000 a year, because that was going to be more than enough for my new family. And then I remembered something. You see, a few textile recycling companies I spoke to in the past were making a whopping 7 figures a year. But here's the kicker. They weren't collecting like me, or they weren't sorting like me. They were just connecting the dots. And I thought, what if I do that? Because if they can, why can't I? All I had to do was master one thing. And that one thing completely changed everything for me. So instead of trying to collect donations myself, what if I went straight to the source? The thrift stores, the nonprofits, already drowning in donations they couldn't sell. And instead of trying to process those clothes, what if I just sold them directly to recyclers I already knew? See, that's when everything clicked. And the very first time I tried this new model, it worked. But not without a scary moment where I almost blew the entire deal. I found a thrift store, right? They were already selling their excess donations, so I reached out and I bought one of their loads. And then I sold it to a recycler I had worked with in the past. He received the load, he loved it, so much so, he wanted more from me. That's how I landed my first customer in this new brokerage model, right? But right before the deal closed, he pushed back on terms, and I thought I was going to lose the whole thing. This was my make or break moment. If I caved, I'd lose money. If I stood firm, I risked losing the deal. But what I said to him next saved the entire deal, and it became my golden rule in this business. I'll tell you what that was in just a minute. But first, let me show you the exact framework that I use to structure every single deal today. Here's the model in plain English. Step 1, find nonprofits or thrift stores with excess donations. Step 2, connect them with a recycler or exporter. Step 3, get paid before the truck leaves. That's it. You don't need a warehouse, no sorting, no crazy overhead. But the key to making this work is how you set your terms, which brings me back to what I told that first buyer. So I told him, listen, I only work cash in advance. If that doesn't work for you, I'll unfortunately have to find another buyer. Listen, if I'm being completely honest, I was nervous. I was shitting my pants because I really needed that deal to close. To my surprise though, he agreed. The deal closed and I made my very first profit. That rule, always get paid upfront, has protected me ever since. And once that first deal closed, I realized something shocking and honestly mind-blowing. Just how fast this model, when you get it right, can absolutely scale. So here's how you can actually get started today, right? Find suppliers. You want to find suppliers. So go straight to your local thrift stores and nonprofits, or you can Google things like thrift store donations near me or nonprofits accepting clothing donations near me, or just add your city or any city at all, right? I want you to call them up, walking, or email them. These guys are literally drowning in donations, and they will be very happy to sell you what they can't move in store. Next, you need to find buyers. These are going to be textile recyclers like sorters and graders and exporters, right? What you want to do is search LinkedIn for job titles like textile recycler or used clothing buyer. You should also Google phrases like textile recyclers USA, or you can just replace USA with your specific country or city. Or you can search used clothing exporters and then insert your country or city of choice. Even Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups are full of them, so feel free to go crazy, right? But that's the sauce. But even when you know who to contact, there's one piece that will make or break your profit, and that's how to price and negotiate these deals so you don't get ripped off, and how to set your payment terms so you always get your money upfront, right? And that's what I break down step by step in my next video right here or somewhere on the screen. So click it right now and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.